What's going on, nation? I'm Scott from muscularstrength.com, and in today's video I'm going to share with you an advanced training technique to help you guys place a bit more emphasis on your upper chest if your upper chest growth is lagging. And if you try this technique in the gym and it starts to work, make sure you come back and tap that like button. And if it don't work, well, I guess you guys can go subscribe to some other channel. Just kidding, it's gonna work. But before we get started, make sure you tap that subscribe button. And obviously, to make sure you don't miss any future video uploads from me, make sure your notification settings are set from occasional to all. All right, guys, so there's a few different things that I'm going to explain here, but I'm going to move through it quite quickly so you can get right to training, because that's why you guys come to my channel. I cut right through the BS and I get to the tips. First things first, this is going to be a superset of 2 different exercises, and we're going to be incorporating principles of overloading and volume into this superset, which also means that because we're doing a lot more work in this one set here, we're going to be resting a bit longer to make up for that. So normally I rest like 60 seconds to 90 seconds in between my sets, but because we're doing a lot more work, we're going to be resting about 2 to 3 minutes between sets. First thing you have to know is we're going to be combining, it's not a flat bench press, it's a 20% incline bench with a full incline bench. Now the reason why we're starting with the 20% is, if you guys remember correctly from my video, 67% faster chest growth, by placing the plate underneath here, what we're doing is we're raising the bench up just enough so that we're not completely flat, where we feel a lot more triceps come into the movement, and we're also not at a complete incline where we feel a bit more shoulders come into the movement. In my opinion, this places you at the optimal level to really activate the entire pectoralis major. Now, the pectoralis major is divided into 2 heads. You have the sternocostal head and you have the clavicular head. Now, what this workout's gonna do is, for the first exercise, you're going to overload as heavy as you possibly can for 6 to 8 repetitions, basically trying to fatigue the entire pectoralis major, all right? Any exercise that you do for chest is going to activate both heads. This is going to place a lot of overload on both of them at the same time, and then after we overload as heavy as we can, we're going to attack the upper portion, or place more emphasis on the upper portion of the chest with a lot of volume, doing some burn sets, and I'll go over that in 1 second. So a lot of people, I feel like, have a hard time building muscle in their upper chest because when they do an incline, their shoulders do tend to take over. And if you have poor mind-muscle connection and you're not used to really feeling where you're supposed to feel it when you do exercises, doing something that you're already used to, like a flat bench, to get that overall activation is going to improve your mind-muscle connection, so that when you move into the next exercise, that area is already kind of lit up, your brain's already sending signals to those muscles to activate, and you can take advantage of that in the next exercise to try to place a bit more emphasis on that upper portion. So what it's going to look like is something like this. You guys are going to go as heavy as you possibly can. All right, you're gonna roll back. I suggest using my trick, and if you didn't watch my video on how to do my trick to pick up and dump heavy dumbbells, make sure you check it out. But tuck those elbows in, arch your back, shoulders packed, all the way down, all the way up, as heavy as you possibly can for 6 to 8 repetitions. And if you don't have anybody to spot you and you get stuck, just turn your elbows in and then dump. And then as soon as you finish 6 to 8 repetitions, you're gonna come over here and you're gonna raise it up to an incline. Now, depending on the bench that you use, make sure it's not too much of an incline, because if it looks like this, you're basically turning it into a shoulder press. So make sure the incline isn't too high. Make sure it's just right for chest. And then what you're gonna do is a burn set. And a burn set is basically a glorified drop set that I invented way back in like 2009. For those of you guys who remember my original workouts. And what you're gonna do is drop the weight twice, all right? So now go as heavy as you can, roll back, and now that we're doing incline, we're still activating the entire pectoralis major, but we're placing a bit more emphasis on the clavicular head, or the upper portion of the chest, all the way up, all the way down, same form, but now we're doing 8 to 10 repetitions. And what we're doing is we're putting more volume into the workout after we just got done overloading. As soon as you get 8 to 10 repetitions, you're gonna drop the weight, usually by like 15 to 20 pounds. Roll back, 8 to 10 reps, all the way up, all the way down. And then you're gonna drop the weight one more time for the final burn. And at this point, usually you have like 15s or 20s, maybe sometimes even 10s if you're really tired, all the way up, all the way down, and then the pump at this point is gonna be absolutely insane. And that's one set. And then I want you guys to complete 6 to 8 sets of this, and then that is it for your chest workout. And you have to understand you're doing 2 exercises at once, and then you're also doing a burn set. There's a lot of volume there. And that burn set alone, you can do about 30 repetitions if you hit 10 every single time, okay? So in reality, you're doing more than 8 sets because you're combining 2 exercises and all the burns themselves. If you want to give this chest workout a shot, incorporate it into your week twice a week. If you guys have a lagging body part, you have to train it multiple times a week to take advantage of multiple growth periods. And again, it might seem like a simple workout to you because you're only doing 6 to 8 sets. I guarantee if you do this twice a week, you are going to start to see results. Also keep in mind, if you want to train a muscle a few times a week, you need to hit it just hard enough so that you can hit it again a few days later. Too many of you guys go to the gym and you absolutely annihilate your chest, let's say on Monday, to the point to where you can't even touch it until the following week because you're too sore. You don't want to be like that. If you're getting to that point in your workouts, I wouldn't say it's overtraining, but you're training too hard to the point where you can't take advantage of the most important thing, which is multiple growth periods throughout the week. And remember, it's overall volume over time that's going to build muscle, not just beating the hell out of it on one day. So be sure to give this workout a try on your next chest day, and then after you do it, comment below and let me know how you feel. Hope you guys have a great day, and as always, more good stuff coming soon. See you guys. If you guys liked my tip of placing the plate under the bench for a bit more chest activation, then you're going to love the entire 67% series, and you can watch all the videos by clicking the playlist link over here. They're all tips that you can take and implement in your current workouts right now, pretty much no matter what you're doing. So make sure you take a look. And for those of you looking for a full 12-week program to help take you to the next level, click the link below, download my app, and try any of my muscle building workout programs. I'll see you there.